What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Y'all know why we here. This is Power's premiere episode for season 6. Let me just start this off by saying I just woke up, okay? So that's why you get this space. Second of all, I watched this last night. Third of all, the Power on TV when it premieres, and I guess now, remember how it used to come on at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock? Now it comes on at 7 Chicago time, okay? So it's gonna be on at the same time as Real Housewives and stuff like that, or whatever comes on at that slot. I have no problem with it because I got the Stars app. So, and if you got it on demand, it shows at midnight. So, that's fine. You can look at it at any time before or whatever, but still put some little views on it for when it goes on TV. But let's just get into the episode, okay? You got to take it in increments, but right now, since it's fresh on my mind, I'm just gonna go from memory with what I remember. The episode really wasn't much, but it was just enough, okay? It was just enough for me to go in. Listen, first of all, first the F and all, what we need to go in on is the fact that the theme song changed, okay? Baby, I was so hyped for this show to come back on. I'm putting up posts like Omari Hardrick up here dancing. I'm like, yo, this gonna be me when I hear this is a big rich town. Yeah. And I just come from the poet's part. Girl, I'm sitting here like, oh, they do the little recap. It was like 2-3 minutes for the recap, right? I'm sitting here like, oh, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to get down, bitch. I'm ready. And next thing you know, I hear this voice that's not Joe. Okay, if you didn't know, Joe was the one who sang the original theme song. And then I hear this other melody that's just not the melody that I'm used to. Okay, and then I hear this voice that sounds oddly familiar, but I wasn't sure until y'all confirmed it that it was Trey fucking Songz. Who asked for this? And then it wasn't even the same melody. I said that they speed it up, that they changed the beat instead of the 1 2 3. They did it on the 3 4 3. Girl, I don't know what's going on. I said and I can't rock with this. Why y'all wait until the last season to want to change the theme song up? Okay, somebody said they should have waited till the end like they did on Orange Is the New Black and wait till they got to the last episode and then change the theme song up. All I know is 50 Cent, Star, Courtney Kemp, all y'all hear the outrage because that's mostly what the tweets are about that I've been seeing that already watched it. Wait till y'all watched it, okay? Listen, we all are here for this show. We're not here for this theme song right about now. Give us what we want, okay? And that is not what we want. We did not ask for that. We don't like change like that. It's bad enough that y'all so-called ended this shit this season. Why you have to do that to us, okay? Why did you have to do that to us? I gotta take this down. I was in the process of taking it down if you didn't see. But anyway, fuck that. I said, who in the world told them to do this? I ain't want no yodel and no goat on my theme song. Put Joe's slide ass, smooth ass back on there. But anyway, let's just get into the episode. Now see, recently, so we get into the episode, and it's the aftermath of what happened last season. At the end of last season, Angela pushed Ghost out the way from getting shot by Tommy. Okay, and so at the end of the day, she got shot in her chest, and Mama did it. Okay, we got Ghost, hang on there, hang on, hang on. Okay, we see her in the ambulance truck and all that or whatever. And so at this point, they trying to resuscitate her, trying to give her a lifeline, trying to hold on. We get to the to the hospital, and they not gonna let him in because he's not family technically. So he's just sitting out there waiting. The cops talking about something. We gonna have to talk to you. We gonna have to talk to you. So they go back there. They talking to him, basically trying to figure out how is it that she got shot when you bigger than her, you wider than her, and it looked like, she put herself in front of you or something like that. But that's basically what he told them. Okay, I don't know who did it. He not finna tell who did it because it's Ghost. So why do we expect that? So then when they finish questioning him, he comes out and we see Paz. Paz is Angela's sister. We see her come out and she like, you killed her. You killed my sister. You murderer. You murderer. And then Jamie is holding on to her, trying to, calm her down or whatever. And, he's feeling the aftermath of it. He's feeling the effect of it because technically speaking, he did get her killed. Okay? Because This all started because Proctor told him that there was a female witness against him, that saw him kill that man or whatever. And they thought that it was Angela. Okay, and so that's why he was the whole reason of bringing her at the little schoolhouse or whatever where they uh used to go. And so come to find out, it wasn't her, it was somebody else. We already knew who it was, the little girl in the pink sneakers. Okay, her name Maria or whatever. She's still out there. Okay, and so at this point, he's in shock. He's in shock at this point. I said, you ain't got nobody else to blame but yourself, okay? Like, let me just tell y'all this. At the end of this episode, I felt bad for no one, okay? I am team not Ghost, not Tommy, not Tasha, not Keisha, not Tariq. None of them. I'm team Yaz, okay? I'm the innocent baby in all of this. And little Cash, okay? Cash look like he a little badass too. We'll get to that little motherfucker too. But anyway, moving on from that, we got Ghost in the hospital reminiscing about all the times that he had with Angela when they first connected, and that's when he found out that, she was dead. And then we go back to the Eastern District, DOG or whatever, where Angela was working, and we have Tamika and Jonathan. Is it saying Jonathan? Donovan. Donovan and Sax up there, okay? And they trying to figure out what happened. How did this get out? Who's responsible? Sax trying to feel some type of way. I said, wait a minute. I was uncomfortable with Sax feeling some type of way. Now you want to show like you cared or whatever about Angela when all you did was put her down and everything or whatever. So it was just real weird to me that he was doing that. But I guess he felt guilty because it was his fault that, that information got out there. You know what I'm saying? And, he was trying to put it on Donovan. Donovan said that she ditched her tail because Tamika said we were supposed to have somebody on her because she was going to go get the information or whatever she was going to do. And so at this point, she was like, y'all got to fix this shit. We all to blame. Sax goes down there to the hospital and sees Paz, with Angela. And Angela is on that table dead. Okay, let me tell you something. I should not be happy that girl gone, but I am not sad that she gone. Okay, because she caused a lot of bullshit. I never forgave her for putting Jamie up in jail in the first place. I never forgave that. I never forgave her for breaking up a family. Okay, girl, use the definition of a home wrecker. I mean, the home was already wrecked a little bit if you can come in so easily like that. But that goes to show that Ghost didn't really care for, he cared for Tasha. He loved her, but he was never really in love with her. Angela was his love, okay? And when Sax coming there talking to Paz about doing the autopsy or whatever, so we can because she said it was James St. Patrick's, okay? James St. Patrick did this. You need to go ahead and find this ass. Okay, well, we need to do an autopsy to get the evidence or whatever against him. And I'll keep on saying, y'all so close, but y'all not. Okay, for once, y'all want James St. Patrick to be the 100% bad guy in this all the time, but it is not him. He didn't pull the trigger this time, okay? And so, she was like, I'm not finna let you cut my sister open, okay? And he basically flipped that shit over, like, if you don't let us do this, it's gonna be on you that your sister killer go free, okay? That's what it is, and you gonna have to live with that. And he walked up out of that bitch, and I said, wait a minute, what in the mind games is going on? Okay? And so, we got Tommy talking to Keisha. He wanted her to meet him, and then, because she trying to see a Ghost still alive, he was like, yeah, Ghost still alive, and he want her to get rid of the gun. I said, no, let me just get this part out the way with Keisha, because she was irritating the hell out of me this whole episode. Her whole demeanor, I liked when she was a little supportive friend, and I knew that she was getting fed up with Tasha because Tasha was doing her a little slick, okay? A little slick, a little shady, a little dirty, okay? But, now that she's so-called trying to find her voice, she's still, sniffing behind a man or whatever, doing what a man tell her to do, okay? Tommy told her to get rid of the gun. She bring the gun to the house. She talking to Lil Cash. I said, oh, shit. I don't think, is this the first time we saw Cash? Okay, because I don't remember. It's been so long if we have, okay? He disappeared just like Yaz did. We ain't seen her in a minute. And we ain't seen her this episode either. Okay? And so, you know, he sitting down there, they have a little conversation about what's going on in school or whatever. He wants some breakfast, some waffles or whatever the fuck he want. And then, you know, he see her purse on the table and he just goes in her purse. First of all, what black we go in our parents' purses like that right in front of their face? Okay, at least, you know, no, we don't do that. And she was like, damn, I was just trying to get some lunch money. Shit. I said, hold up. You how old? 19 years old and you talking like that to your mama? Pop that little motherfucker right then and there. That's when he really should have got popped, okay? Because Keisha was like, no, get out my purse. Get out my purse. You know, she was a little extra with it because that gun was in that purse, okay? And so at this point, you know, she eventually goes down there, you know, and we know that found out Cash actually like little Tommy, okay, so he was asking about him, and so she went over later on in the episode, the last thing that we seen with her obvious ass went over there to the bridge, to the river, to throw the gun in the water. Now I know the fingerprints probably will rub off or whatever because it's going into the water. But baby, the whole time I'm thinking, why you ain't putting no gloves on, or at least keep that shit wrapped up in the goddamn cloth or whatever. God damn it, she made me so mad putting her hands on that finger, putting her fingerprints all on the goddamn gun. You don't know if somebody's seeing you, and she was so obvious with it, trying to look around and all this stuff. I said, bitch, just throw that shit in there and go. Okay, Keisha, you made me mad. You really made me mad this episode, girl. Then Tommy come home from seeing Keisha. We gonna go back. And Ghost is in the apartment and they get into a fight, you know. He was trying to, you killed Angela, Angela's dead. Okay, I ain't gonna be like the bitches, you know, I'm sorry that the bitch is dead, the bitch had to go, but I was aiming for your ass, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, you tricked me to killing my father, so therefore that's what happened. You know, Tommy's still mad about the Teresi thing, and I understand that because he was getting, you know, he was getting close to him, and he found out that Teresi wasn't going to snitch on him. Initially he was, but technically he changed it up, and he was trying to snitch on James, okay? And so he was pissed off about that. They tussling back and forth, and then Tariq comes into the place. He was like, what's going on? Why y'all up in here fighting and all this stuff? Bitch, oh, he just reminded me why I just can't stand that little motherfucker, okay? Tariq was like coming at James. The fuck you doing here? You supposed to be at school. Man, I ain't gotta do what you say and all this stuff. What the fuck is going on? He was like, I'm here to see Tommy. Okay, girl, they was going head to head. I'm sitting here, so like, we just okay with our kids cussing at us like that. And ain't nobody slapped that little motherfucker yet. Okay? Lil Cash needs to get his little pom-pom slapped a little bit. You know, look. Okay, don't do that shit. Okay, and then Tariq just needs to be hauled off. You know, he just needs to be punched dead in the face. That's what he needed, and it made me mad. So he's sitting there talking to Tommy, so that Tommy can have he wanted to talk to him, you know, help him out with something. Okay, Ghost do tell Tasha that what's his name is in town. Okay. And so she do roll up on him when he coming out the store trying to figure out why he died, why he there. And they so lax with this boy. That is the reason why he acts the way that he acts, okay? They are so freaking lax. Okay, you gonna give me 2 hours, give me 2 hours. No, we finna go. Okay, just give me 1 hour. I'm supposed to be going to see Tommy. You can pick me up from Tommy's, okay? No, you're not supposed to be here. Get your ass in the car. If you want to cause a fucking scene, we can cause a fucking scene. Because, bitch, I'm going to go there with you, little nigga, right now. That's what should have went down. No, she said, go ahead, do what you had to do with Tommy or whatever. What they had to do with Tommy was to go spread out, you know, Kenny's ashes, and then Tommy smoking the ashes, talk about something. That's what they did with Tupac. I said, bruh, if you don't get out of here and then start playing Bone Thugs and Harmony, meet you at the crossroads, I said, get your wigger ass out of here, okay? But you know, moving on from that, Tommy, he was asking him, you know, he found out Tasha did pick him up, and Tariq did find out that Angela got killed. He was like, fuck that. At first, it was like, fuck that bitch, because that bitch is the one that broke up the family. Ain't you glad or whatever that she gone or something like that? No, I ain't glad that she gone, because the lady actually, I mean, I'm mad at what happened, but damn, she the one that got you out of the situation that you was in. And I said, she sure did. She sure did. So I give Angela a little credit for that. But other than that, I don't give a shit. But moving on from that, you know, eventually at the end of the episode, the last thing that we seen with Tariq, he actually did call Ghost and, say sorry about, what happened to Angela. Even though he didn't like the girl, he knew that it was messed up that she passed away and that somebody did this to her, because he did help them out. And basically that I hope whoever did it get what's coming to them. And Ghost was like, they most definitely will. Mind you, he out here stalking Tommy. The boy in the boy in Tyreek's room was like, I thought you said that you ain't like your daddy. You and your daddy didn't get along. He was like, I mean, that's exactly what it is. But I gotta play it cool for the moment to get to where I need to get to. I said, oh, so you got a little plan going on, huh? Okay. Moving on from that, we see Saxe go try to confront Proctor, okay, and trying to see who he tell, and trying to, Saxe is so hell bent on it being Jameson Patrick, or Ghost, I should say, same thing, but Ghost in this instant being the one who had Angela shot, who had killed Angela. He's the only one with motive because he found out about this witness and he thought that it was Angela. And the only person that he told this to was Proctor, or at the time that knew James was Proctor. So therefore it had to be him. Proctor like, you need to check yourself. You not finna make me feel bad that she gone, and you not finna put it on my shoulders and make it seem like I knew that he did it, because I know for sure my client didn't do it. And you need to check and see who else you told, okay? Because that person could have leaked it out to somebody else, because you're the one that's running your mouth. And Proctor just promptly walked up out that coffee house like ain't nothing happened. Saxe was standing there with a dumb look on his face. Saxe get back to the office, and we see Tamika done got her ass fired because of this whole shit that happened. We got this new guy, Warner. He's in there, and Saxe was about to get fired too, but he conveniently saved his ass, okay? He's the one that leaked the information out to Proctor and to somebody else or whoever, and you're out here getting a second chance to head the case or whatever, to find out who did this and all this stuff. And of course dude gave it to him, and I'm just sitting here like, that's messed up. So the sister take the fall and you get a chance to clear your name before you get disbarred and you get fired. That pissed me off, okay? I said, look at this shit. Look at this shit. All right. And so, we got that going on. And Proctor, of course, went to James telling him what's happening. They looking into you for the murder. Did you do it? He was like, no, I didn't do it. Tommy did it, whatever. He was like, the best way to clear your name right now, you need to go in there. You need to talk to them. And so that's what he voluntarily did. They went down. They had a conversation with them. And they just kept on trying to make it seem like James was the one who did it and trying to get him to slip up. And it was like, it wasn't me. I loved her. Okay? He was like, I love her. And he stopped himself and he corrected himself. I loved her, okay? I would never do anything. I would protect her, and she was loyal to me to a fault, okay? So that... Hello? Ghost wind up, talking to Tasha. Tasha this whole time been trying to figure out where Tommy Silver at. Okay, Terry Silver, I should say. And we like, girl, he dead. But she know in her heart of hearts that he not with us no more. And she got a feeling that it was Ghost that did it. Okay. And so, he was like, Angela's dead and all this stuff. That's the woman that I love. When he said that to her, because she was not giving him the reaction of sympathy or pity or whatever, like she's supposed to feel some type of way that she died or whatever, and then you throw it out there, that's the woman that I love. Well, the man that I love, Terry Silver, is missing, okay? It is what it is. And you know what? I want a divorce, okay? That's what's gonna happen. I said that was so cold-hearted the way that he said that shit. Like, you gotta help me, you gotta do this and you gotta do that. This Tommy thing came out of nowhere and was like, no, it didn't. Okay, you made this mess, you gotta fix this shit or whatever. Tasha wasn't playing because Tasha was in cahoots with Tommy. All right, she wanted to make sure that Angela was dead because that was her whole goal, make sure Angela dead. At first Tommy wanted her to be an alibi, and she was like, you want me to be your alibi, but you don't even know if the chick is dead. Okay, what if she come up out of the surgery and she not dead or whatever, and she start talking and she says who did it because she looked dead at you. Okay, but anyway, moving on from that whole shit happened. I said, Ghost, you got your goddamn nerve. Tommy meet up with Jason. Okay, remember Jason, who was doing getting the drugs and stuff from, and they talking in their language about him, and the fact that his face is messed up and all that, and he was like, I just got into it a little bit with Ghost, and it's gonna be all good or whatever, but I got the money here to get the new shipment and all that. Um, So let's go. Okay. So he said it's not gonna be a problem. Got that fixed. He gave him the money. It was a check. And he was like, give me the product. He was like, I'll give you the product tomorrow, whatever. And he said, no, I need that shit tonight because my people, because his old crew that he had, that he got them back. Okay. And that's what he was telling him. So everything is about to be going smooth. And he was like, no, you're not finna get the stuff tonight. I gotta make sure that this check clears. And I was like, I know that's right, Jason. Okay. Jason feels like he finna set Tommy up a little bit. I don't trust Jason. Okay. Jason look like he might eventually, once he get what he need out of Tommy, the little money or whatever, he gonna probably try to kill his ass too. Okay. Especially since Ghost still around. He's still not here for the fact that Ghost still here. Tommy should have been took out Ghost. That's what he wanted him to do, I think, at one point. Correct me if I'm wrong. Moving on from that, Tommy goes down there to see his boys, okay? The dude with the glasses, the dude that was trying to work with Kanan and flip that around or whatever. And then we had Pancho from the little Hispanic gang, the little Puerto Rican gang, Dominican gang, or whichever one. And Roberto. Okay, so he telling them, the drugs not finna come in yet or whatever. We'll get them later. All this stuff, and they making fun of him because he got punched out or whatever. And then Pancho takes it upon himself to, talk bad and get all up in his face and be a smart ass because they ain't got the distribution right now. They ain't got they supplies and all that stuff. And it was like, you know what? You will never be better than Ghost, and this is why stuff happens and all this shit to you and all this whatever. First of all, what sealed his fate was the fact that he sat on that couch and he was like, yo, my nigga. And I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. So y'all not gonna say nothing this cool? I don't care if y'all in New York and this is what y'all do. I'm not here for that, okay? And as soon as he said that and he got up in Tommy's face, Tommy put that gun up to him. He was like, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. You pussy. You ain't gonna do nothing. Bitch, Tommy pulled the trigger and killed his ass. I said, that's what he deserved. That's what he deserved, okay? And he was like I said, the shipment gonna come next week. Roberto, you tomorrow, you gonna be the head, okay? That's what you want? The Sardinos, okay? There you go. I was like... Y'all need to stop fucking with Tommy. Tommy is crazy as hell, and y'all already know that. Okay. Moving on from that, Jason do say that the check cleared and give him the stuff. And so at this point, we see that Ghost was he sitting outside trying to get Tommy. That's basically what was going on. He trying to get Tommy. When Tommy went to go meet up with Jason, and he got his killer gear on, and he got his guns and all of that. And so at this point, when Jason was talking to Tommy, Tommy had Jason had gave him a hug after he told him that everything was cool, and he slipped and got his keys. Okay, and they told him to go and follow him. The package they gonna bring the truck around the back or whatever. And so we see Tommy's car pulling up, and then we see Ghost just jump out the shadows and just start shooting, pop, 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 pop. And then I was like, oh shit, oh shit. We didn't know whether or not Tommy was in that car or not. But this the first episode. They already took out Angela. They're not about to take out another important character of the show just yet. Okay, and so at this point, come to find out, Jason knew that something like this was gonna happen. That he just felt it in his spirit that the situation between Tommy and Ghost is not over with, and that Ghost was gonna try to retaliate against him. And so when that happened, he had one of he slipped his keys out his pockets, had one of his guys pull his car in the back, and so it was one of Jason's guys that got shot up. So Tommy like, oh shit, so I guess it really is war. Now let's go back to the scene when he was talking to Tyreek when they was getting rid of the ashes, and he was like, how do you feel about your father? He was like, if something happened to him, I really don't know, because now you putting it out there that it's a possibility that you might touch this nigga. And he was like, at the end of the day, I always pick up the phone for you. I'm just sitting here like, y'all are on some mess. Friends become enemies real quick when a bitch get involved. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. I said this probably gonna be a little bit more a little bit more than we expected the last time when Tommy and Ghost got into it, because y'all really, Ghost was really determined to kill Tommy, and he really was gonna do it. Okay, now we see Warner. He meet up with Proctor while he was at his daughter's ballet recital or dance recital or whatever. That little girl is a hustler, and I like her. He said, "I give you $20 to go to your friends, find your friends and talk to them." And she said, $20? Girl, you can't buy nothing with no $20 these days. And he said, I'm thinking he gonna give her like 50 or whatever. He gave gave her a whole 100. Okay, she was like, all right, I'll be right over here. Basically trying to convince Proctor to give up his client, okay? To give up his client and say that he did it or whatever. And, he like, so you want me to do all this so I can get this bar, so this can happen to me and all this? No, I'm not having it, okay? So I don't know who did it. My client didn't do it. So it is what it is. Let it the fuck go. And that's what it was, okay? Bitch, Tasha sits down and have a conversation with her mom. Okay, mama got a new wig. Mama feeling herself. And she knows the stuff that's going on. Tasha saying that she wanted a divorce, and this conversation made me mad because you got some older folks that live this by this creed, okay? Basically, why are you trying to leave this relationship? You know this man is not going to let you leave this relationship. That's one. Two, you ain't got nothing going for you. You don't have an education. You don't have a job. What are you going to do to support yourself? You might as well just stick there. And she would rather her daughter to go through the pain and the heartache of all this stuff happening to her than to go and have her own independence, okay? And I'm sitting here like, you okay with the fact she's still Team Ghost? Because I guess Ghost financing her too, okay? She's very much Team Ghost. She don't care about her daughter's happiness, her well-being, or anything. She just, as long as y'all financially secure, that's all that she cared about, because then that means money coming into her pocket. That's what it felt like. And still this day, we still haven't seen Yas. We done seen everybody else except for Yas, okay? And Dre. Dre in witness protection and whatever the fuck he at, bitch. But anyway, and so that's when she was like, he did what he did. You know about the other woman. She was like, well, Angela's dead, okay? That bitch dead. Oh, she is? Yeah, mama. Mama ain't shit, okay? Mama really ain't shit. Then you got Ghost going over there trying to talk to Paz, and she don't want to hear it. She don't want to hear that he didn't do it. And where Paz is coming from, technically speaking, Paz saying, she blew up your life for you, okay? Her life for you. And Proctor did tell him that it was another female, and it's another woman that's out there that can identify him, okay? So the reason why, Saxe told him that was so that they can set a trap to see if he's gonna go after that woman too. But at the same time, Paz was just saying, she blew up her life for you. She loved you. She did this, and this is how you repay her. She got killed behind you and all this stuff, and you did it and all that. He was like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Listen, in a sense, you didn't pull the trigger, but you got her here. And at the same time, I can't just put it all on him, because she knew exactly what was going on, and she got herself there as well. So Paz, you can't really just put it all on him. You got to put some of that blame on your sister, because she knew exactly what the fuck she was getting into. When she probably didn't know right off the bat, but once she found out, she stayed in that motherfucker. So there you go. Okay? And she went on ahead and granted Saxon him the permission to go ahead and do the autopsy on Angela. He goes down there to see her, and guess who back? Guess who back? Lieutenant, the little sergeant girl that was coming after Angela last season. She done convinced Warner to put her on the task force or whatever. So now her and Sax got to work together, okay? And Tasha went down there to Terry Silver's job to trying to see where he at. They was like, the little receptionist was like, are you family? Are you kin or something? I said, bitch, who the fuck are you? She was like, no, not necessarily, but I just been trying to get in contact with him and I haven't been able to. I was like, okay, on the low, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but we've been trying to get in contact with him too, but we haven't heard from him in a while. And his family didn't put out a missing person report on him. Do you want me to call his family and let him know that you're looking for him or whatever? She was like, no, it's good or whatever. So she leaves. She in the car. She trying to call Terry. She listening to the voicemail, and she having a little breakdown. I said, you was really in love with this nigga. No, you weren't. Stop playing, Tasha. You were just mad that you in lust. You just haven't had a man be so fully focused on you, okay, in a while. And that's basically what it was, but moving on from that, what wound up happening? Uh, yeah, that wound up happening. At the end of the episode, I feel like I touched on everything. At the end of the episode, Ghost goes to Angela's apartment and, you know, looking at all the stuff that she had and reminiscing and letting it go. Finally closes the door. Tommy goes over there to Keisha's apartment and tell Keisha, listen, I feel like you need to take Cash, because this is right after the attempted shootout on him that Ghost kind of failed at, but would have succeeded if dude hadn't have took Tommy's keys. Okay, yeah, and basically was like, we a little bit in danger, okay, and I think you need to go with Cash so that y'all won't be hurt. Okay, well, I send Cash away, okay, but whatever's going on between you and him, I'm not leaving. I said, Keisha, get your Bonnie and Clyde wannabe ass out of here. Keisha ain't had this much adventure in her life, and so now she intrigued like a motherfucker. And I said, Keisha, bad girl, you are getting on my nerves, all right, already. She is irrelevant to me, okay, at this point. And if she was to catch a bullet, bitch, she caught a bullet. There you go. But anyway, that was the first episode of this new season. You guys tell me what you felt about it, and I will see y'all later. Peace.